a very special occasion for our city. And quite frankly, I am extremely pleased to see all you folks here. My name is Jim Milliken, and I'm chair of the Concord Historical Society and also a member of the 250th City Celebration Committee. We were hoping that folks would come out for this evening because it is a special time. Although it's not the 250th year, this is the 249th year, which means there's a great deal ahead of us. To start the program this evening, we have the Boy Scouts with us. And you all have a program in front of you, I hope. And so I am welcoming you to the 1965 Time Capsule Unearthing ceremony. And Boy Scouts, come ahead. This is an important ceremony. This is presentation of the colors, and all please stand. Carrying the flag for us this evening was Ethan Stockman from Troop 88. We will begin with the Pledge of Allegiance to the United States, and Jacob Dussault from Troop 88 will be helping us with that.
Please, everyone, remove your hats and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. Stay here. Nathan Smith, please come forward. Nathan is a sophomore at Concord High School and a student at the Concord Community Music School, and he will do the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. For those of you who may not recall, today is the anniversary of D-Day. Something to remember. Thank you, gentlemen. You may proceed.
Bend down, guys.
Yep, bend down.
Bend down with the flags.
Thank you. Well, this being the 49th anniversary of the time capsule. It is a time when many people have come forward, and some who recall the capsule actually being put in the ground. And we'll talk about that in just a moment. But first, I would like to acknowledge that there are many folks in the crowd, city councilors, city elected officials, and legislators, and maybe a congressional delegation rep also. If you are any one of those, would you please stand so we can give you a round of applause? Thank you very much for being here. There's a couple of other groups of folks to be recognized this evening, recognized this day, and again, hopefully, 1 year from now. Here's the question. Who here was on the committee that organized the 1965 celebration? Aha. There's one, and there's another. We got two of them. Cedric, stand up. They were on the committee that made it happen. Thank you, gentlemen. Now, this is a little broader question. Who here attended the celebration? Stand up. Who here was there? Me too. Well, this is showing me that this is going to be a very special opportunity for an awful lot of new people. And it's going to be an opportunity for you to celebrate your newfound community or that community you've been in for some time. I've been here, quite frankly, my whole life, and I can't find a better place or think of a better place to live, work, and enjoy recreation. I've got one last question for you, and that is, who here would like to help with the coming year's celebration? That's right. You want to put your hands up. There's going to be all kinds of opportunities for people to participate. And over in the corner, there is a table, the 250th anniversary celebration table. Please go over there and sign up. There are going to be all kinds of things you'd be able to do. And there is one more group this particular evening to recognize, and that's the Committee of the Concord Historical Society, led by Committee Chairperson Becky Luigi of Merrimack County Savings Bank. Becky, stand up. Any other committee members? Up. All these folks have helped make it happen. This is a perfect example of community folks coming together and putting a great program together. And again, you've got a whole year to get involved. It was interesting that this committee was able to find a way to unearth the time capsule before the Main Street project began. And believe it or not, that's coming. And this area right here is in the plans. So it couldn't have been done without the help from many city representatives and departments working together to do the planning for this. And in particular, he won't like me doing this, but Ed Rober's city engineer and the General Services Division have all played a major role in making it happen now and for the next year, and we want to thank them particularly. Now, we're not going to keep you too long this evening because it's kind of interesting to get in there and see what's going on, but there's several of us that would like to share some brief remarks. and mine are brief, but the Concord Monitor in August 1965 reported that yesterday, in 1965, in August, Mayor Charlie Davie, some of you might remember Charlie, he was a great mayor, read a citation to the residents of Concord 50 years from then. In there is a citation to us from Charlie Davie. That's one of many things that are in there, and there's a whole lot of question about that. We're going to have fun for a whole year with that. So as we were burying that time capsule, Charlie shared that with us. Also, the Reverend Burton Erickson, pastor of the First Congregational Church, delivered the benediction. The bicentennial officials on hand for the ceremony that particular afternoon were J. Richard Jackman, president of the Bicentennial Committee, Cedric Dustin Jr., vice president, who is with us today, and last but not least, Robert H. Ayers. He was the general manager of the celebration, and it was no easy task putting it all together because there were so many opportunities for all organizations in the community to get involved. So here we are today, 1 year before we will put together another time capsule in the ground for our future citizens to enjoy. Let us, over the next 18 months, take the time to celebrate the things we have accomplished over the past 249 years. And let us plan what we would like to leave as a legacy for the next 50 years. Something for all of us to think about and do, and we look forward to you helping us do that. Thank you. It's my pleasure now to introduce our mayor, James Boulay.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another great day in the city of Concord, right? There we go. So thank you, Jim, and thank you to all the committee and all those people who took the time to put this event together today. I learned a long time ago when you're standing between something really exciting, you keep your remarks really short. But I want to say and share that on behalf of the City Council here in Concord, I want to welcome each of you to today's event. This is an important occasion for our community. And on August 20th, 1965, at precisely 4 p.m., this time capsule was buried. And in a year's time, we'll begin to open that capsule and view what's contained inside. So today, we're reminded of those people, many of which are still part of this great community, buried this capsule out of their resolve for the love of the city of Concord. And most surely, they wanted us all to know, and they cared deeply, not only about the city in 1965, but they cared about the city's future. So what was happening in America at that time in 65? On March 3rd, 65, President Johnson attended a joint session of Congress and called for legislation to guarantee every American's right to vote. And on March 21st, 1965, Martin Luther King began a march with 3,000 civil rights demonstrators from Selma to Montgomery, Alabama. And on June 3rd, 1965, Edward White became the first American to walk in space. So as you can see, what I was trying to share with you is that all times have their challenges and have their opportunities, just as we do here today. And within the next year, we'll open this time capsule and begin a new period in our history. So I want to thank you all for being here and help us begin to celebrate and honor our past and to affirm our shared commitment for the future of our great city. So thank you, and let's get this open.
Does that help a little better with the folks in the back? Okay. Our next speaker, and if we look at our program, our last speaker, Brent, I want to introduce Brent Todd. Brent is the president of the Concord 250th Celebration Committee, and he's got the big task of keeping this ball rolling. And he has been working for some time now, well over a year, talking with local organizations, nonprofits, etc., asking them to be thinking about what they may do to participate in this celebration. So here we are, off and running with this great part of the program, and Brent's got some more to tell us about. Brent, please come forward.
All right, thank you, Jim. Those are very kind remarks. Excuse me a minute, I just have about 37, 38 pages of script unfold here. I'm kidding. This is great. Wow, what a great turnout. And thank you all for coming to the first of what I'm sure will be many events tied in to the 250th anniversary of the law that established the town of Concord. We find ourselves here now 249 years later with an opportunity to pause, to think about ourselves, our families, our neighborhoods, our community, and reflect on how we got here and where we might be going. It's also a time to remember our family and friends who walked these same streets so many years ago. A lot has changed in just the 49 almost years since we celebrated our bicentennial. And how will our world and our city of Concord look in 2065? I'm sure for some of you, your parents or grandparents were involved in the bicentennial, and perhaps your children will take part in the 300th anniversary in 2065. So I hope that you will continue to all stay involved and participate with this celebration and just enjoy it, because we have some great events in store. You'll be getting an up-close look soon at the 1965 time capsule, and you'll be able to look up close to it now, right up through to June 7th of next year, when we plan our next celebration, when we'll be opening it. And you'll get a chance to contribute to our Mosaic 250 project, a gift to the city in remembrance of this celebration, and we'd like to thank Lincoln Financial for their support of that project. And you'll be able to, and this should be really a lot of fun, you'll be able to help contribute to the 2065 time capsule. What should we put in it? And much, much more. So we want your direct involvement. There are plenty of ways you can help us prepare for the celebrations. As Jim mentioned, please visit our 250 booth for more information. While you're there, pick up a pin, nice little pin here, or a magnet for a small donation, which we'd appreciate. Finally, before we get on to the rest of the program, I want to say that a few more thank yous that I do need to give. Our 250 board members, our Concord 250 board members, all work really hard, and I want to thank them for all the time and expertise that they've lent to this project. And we're fortunate to have donations of professional services from Rath Young and Pignatelli. I'm going to do it again. Rath Young and Pignatelli, who provide our ongoing meeting space, and they helped us achieve our nonprofit status. And Mason and Rich, who are assisting with financial matters. Jessica Fogg, Social Inspirations, assists with our marketing, and she was an instrumental person in the celebration that you see here today. And I do have to add also what a tremendous support the Merrimack County Savings Bank has been, and the Concord Historical Society, to enhance the celebrations around the time capsule. The city is fortunate to have all these great community citizens, including our event sponsors, the Timothy and Abigail B. Walker Lecture Series, the Modern Woodmen of America, the Greater Concord Chamber of Commerce, 105.5 WJYY, and Binney Media. So don't forget to watch for more information on Concord 250 on our website, concord250.org, on Facebook and on Twitter. And finally, I have to say that for some reason, especially today, a lot of people have come up to me and they said to me, Mayor Boulay, no, they didn't say that. No, they didn't say that. All I can think of is that this is the only good suit that I have, and they must have thought that I was somebody important, so they figured that maybe it was. They don't say that, but they do ask me, what is this dancing in the streets party that we have later? So I can describe it all for you. There'll be music everywhere. There'll be swinging. There'll be swaying. And club soda will be playing. Dress code? It doesn't matter what you wear, just as long as you are there. So, all right, well, you get the idea. It's the Dancing in the Streets party. Check that out later. It'll be a lot of fun. And also, please check out the new, at Barley House afterwards, CCL Ale. CCL. Concord celebrates its legacy. And its CCL also in numerals is, anybody? 250. Very good. And our thanks to the 603 Brewery and the New Hampshire distributors for making that happen. So enjoy, everybody. Celebrate. Have fun. That's the most important thing. And thank you again all for coming. Thanks.
Well, on your program, it says musical selections. So we are fortunate to have our very own Concord Chorale with us this evening, led by Sue Berlenbach. Folks?
I see. Okay. Now I see the issue.
Cathedral bells are tolling, and our hearts sang on. Was it the spell of Paris, or the April dawn? Who knows if we shall meet again? But when the morning chimes ring sweet again, I'll be seeing you in all the old familiar places that this heart of mine embraces all day through. I'll see you in that small cafe, the park across the way, the children's carousel, the chestnut trees, the wishing well. I'll be seeing you in every lovely summer's day, in everything that's bright and gay. I'll always think of you that way. I'll find you in the morning sun, and when the night is new, I'll be looking at the moon, but I'll be seeing you. Thank you. Be-doo, be-doo, ding dong, a lang, a lang, a lang, boom, ba-do, ba-doo, ba-doo, way. Life is but a dream. If I could take you up in paradise up above, if you would tell me I'm the only one that you love, life would be a dream. Sweetheart, hello, hello again, shaboom, and hoping we'll meet again. Life would be a dream. If only all my precious dreams would come true. If you would tell me spend my whole life loving you, life would be a dream. Sweetheart, my own sweetheart, and every time we do shaboom,
something is on my mind.
da 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 da.
If you do what I want you to,
baby, we'd be so fine. Life could be a dream. If I could take you up in paradise up above, if you would tell me I'm the only one that you love, life would be a dream, sweetheart, my own sweetheart. And every time we
look at you, something is on my mind. If you do what I want you to,
baby, we'd be so fine. Life could be a dream if I could take you up in paradise up above. If you would tell me I'm the only one that you love, then life would be a dream, sweetheart. Shaboom, shaboom, yada da 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 da, shaboom, shaboom, yada da 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 da, shaboom, shaboom, yada da 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 da, shaboom. Shaboom, shaboom, yada da 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 da, shaboom, shaboom, yada da 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 da, shaboom, shaboom, yada da 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 da, shaboom, dee-oo, shaboom, shaboom, dee-oo, shaboom, shaboom, dee-oo, shaboom, shaboom, sweetheart, shaboom,
shaboom.
Thank you very much.
Well, that time is almost here, like right now. First of all, I hope you all got a program, and I encourage you to take a look at the program and acknowledge those folks that have made contributions to make today's activities happen. And there will be plenty of opportunities ahead for anyone that would like to participate financially or otherwise. Now, with the help of Mayor Boulay, Brent Todd, Becky Lugie, Brad Kulak, and Ed Robers. I mentioned Ed earlier. If you would all come forward, our job is to uncover the time capsule, unearth it. Don't forget, there's refreshments at the bank. So, thank you all very much.